Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Learn more about the Experience community at our website, local.theexperience.video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Experience is brought to you each week by these great sponsors. Aspects of Aging weekly talk show with Christine A. Smith. Unscripted conversations with experts. AgingBetterNetwork.com. Nancy Bakke and Best Entrepreneur Solutions. Transform your business's profit potential with proven strategies and tactics. BestEntrepreneurSolutions.com. The Jalot Home Team, Keller Williams, Mid-Willamette Realty. Serving Lynn, Benton, Marion, Lane, and Polk counties. Visit teamjalot.com. And now let's get on with the show. And
ta-da! Here we are. Welcome to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And so glad to be with all of you today here Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time here on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, where we are every week, right, Scott?
Yeah, it's always great to hang out with you. I know you've been going through some challenges. People are continuing to pray for you. And I also want to take a moment and just say thank you to our sponsors. Of course, I get to produce the Aging Better Network with Christine Smith. I get to produce that every week. And that's a lot of fun. So I get to see the behind the scenes thing. Also, I've been a client of Keller Williams, the Jalot Home Team. And so our sponsors are not just people who support us, but they're people that we support as well. Yeah. And the most recent one is actually being able to sit in with Nancy Bakke and observing some of her processes for working with businesses and coaching. And I will tell you that her process is an advanced process. Don't think you're just going to be working with her and getting some off the cuff, random stuff. It's very methodical. And I encourage people who have businesses that are starting or you want to grow and expand, definitely reach out to Nancy.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate Nancy, because I have actually used Nancy and she has coached me through some issues on my business. And she's an amazing resource, amazing resource. Yeah. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate all of the, I appreciate all the sponsors, because first of all, I love you and Christine, and anything you do around, the whole senior information that aspects of aging that she's doing is obviously near and dear to my heart, since I've been through that with my parents. I have sold homes with the Jalot home through my parents again, and also have worked with Nancy. So yes, you're exactly right. We definitely put our money where our mouth is.
So I'll just tell people that if you have a business and you're interested in sponsoring either the Experience Local, Marketing with Russ, or the Russ Reels on Thursday afternoon, which is a fabulous show. I got to sit in as guest host on that recently. All of these shows have great reach and connect with a lot of people that are decision makers. So if you're interested, reach out to Russ or reach out to me. We're happy to share what those details are.
Yeah, no kidding. And I just want to say one more thing on that. It, by the way, everyone, is a incredible way to increase your visibility with all of the advertising we do leading up, and the connection to you and the shout outs to you and all of that leading up to the live stream. That's where the real value is. And it's a 5-to-1 return. You are getting 5 times the value than what you're paying for. So please reach out to me or Scott, and we can tell you all about it today. So russhedge.com, dscottsmith.com is where you find us. But I just want to continue to remind everybody that when we're here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, with amazing, amazing people, as Scott would say, uh, we are here for you live. But this also transitions over to video podcast that stays on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, and then to audio podcast. But one of the greatest resources is our YouTube page. And I want to tell you, you can go straight to the YouTube page by going to the experience.video, subscribing today, and you get hundreds of amazing, valuable resources and people there. But also, if you want more information on Scott and I all the way around, the best place to go is local.theexperience.video. And that will not only give you this show, but our local show. It'll give you some information on Scott's new show, as well as information on us that you can find out. So we'd love for you to go to local.theexperience.video today. And yeah, we're always here for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We are expanding a little bit with the Experience Local since I've moved to Waco. So coming up on this Monday, the 28th, we're going to have Alpha Newberry. He and his wife, Ashley, own 3 different businesses here in town. They have 2 small children. So believers in business, we're going to talk about family, faith, and your business as we do every Monday. Alpha is going to be a great guest. He is just a fabulous person. I met him at a chamber event, and Russ, we're big supporters of the Chamber of Commerce. I met him at a chamber event at the Art Center. So
Oh, wow.
great ways to connect to people is to be involved in these local events in your community.
Oh my goodness, that is so true. And of course, we could go all the way back to the fact that Scott and I graduated from Oregon State together. Go Beavs. But also, we actually didn't know each other back then. We met through chamber and business organizations,
Mhm,
and we have formed a lifelong brother, almost family friendship.
mhm.
So
Absolutely.
you you need to realize how important it is when you're involved in the right kind of groups with the right kind of people. I'm really looking forward to meeting Alpha, by the way, Scott, because I'm this time, in years past, I always meet everybody before our shows.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little low on energy and a little low on time right now with everything that I'm going through. So I'm just going to do what a lot of our guests get to do and meet him live for the first
Mhm,
time on the show. And, that's how I met Mr. Tim Sohn years ago, live on the Tim and Jim show.
mhm.
First time I met him was on the show, and he and I have become amazing friends as well. So just want to remind people that that is such a great resource all around you. It's just sitting there waiting for you. And the chamber things like that aren't expensive to get involved in. Anywhere you go, it's very reasonable. And yeah, I just love that. So Scott,
Yeah, and all of the chambers always have some free things that you can go to. Some of their paid events they will let you attend once or twice as a guest, and it's a
yeah.
way for you to check it out and to see, are these the kind of folks that you want to be involved with? And if you
Right.
have a local business at all, your chamber of commerce is a great place to start.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I completely agree with that. And, I tell you, same thing online, everybody. If you can't get out, there are people that I know that do such a great job that can't physically get out of their house. And there's sometimes I'll admit to all of you right now, there's times when I physically can't get out of my house right now because of everything. And so I utilize the online resources, just like going out to your
Mhm.
local chamber, get online and talk to people, which is where I met this beautiful young lady who's my little sis, who's going to be our guest today, Dr. Nupi Arora.
Absolutely. Yeah. She is the glitter practitioner, full of energy and wisdom. And so I'm really looking forward to having her share with the audience today all of the great things that, well, maybe not all of the great things. How about we only have 30 minutes? So we'll get a snapshot. How's that? We'll get a snapshot of what's going on there. And she's over in England. So she is 5 hours ahead of me and 7 hours ahead of Russ. So her day has been rolling, and she has, as a physician, a very packed schedule, as you
Oh
can
my
imagine.
goodness. Yes, she does. And I'll say that she's definitely full of something, but I guess we'll find out what that is exactly. But I thought I had a picture, Scott, of all of us here, but this
Mhm.
was this last year when she came to visit, there she is with my beautiful wife and I. We did have lots of pictures with Scott and I just don't happen to have one queued up and ready to go. But I am so blessed to have her. Let's introduce, as she's taking her final sip of coffee, Dr. Nupi Arora. Good morning, Nupi.
Hey, hey,
Oh,
there you
wow.
are.
Hello. What an absolutely gorgeous introduction. Bless you. I was just like, I just logged in and I was like, oh, guys, I love you. Hi.
Well, it's so good to see you this morning. I know you have to fly right
Oh, it's,
between clinics to get to us and all of that. So, hey, it's been a while. Let's start off with
yeah.
who in the world is this Nupi Aurora person and what are you up to?
Wow. Okay. So I am Dr. Nupi, the Glitter Practitioner. I'm a GP, family physician. I am full of a yucky head cold right now. And I'm just trying to adjust myself so I don't look so. "Ugh." Um, so I'm a family physician. I am all about my passion is sharing and showing my clients and patients how to truly recognize their whole self health needs, how to realign to their full potential, really, to really understand how to keep their needs topped up and how to replenish and how to bring them all back into alignment. So I am a physician. I am also a coach. I'm also a speaker. 16th birthday party planner extraordinaire as well. The glitter queen, because I'm obsessed with glitter. Um, yeah, I love life, basically.
So
Love
let's
life.
let's talk a little bit about the coaching that you do,
Oh, yeah.
because this is an important part because our physical health is important. When you don't
Yes.
have your health, you lose energy. It's hard to be
Yes.
enthusiastic and engaged. But there are other parts of our makeup that can also be not as tuned up as they could be, which weighs on our life. So let's talk
Yeah.
about your coaching.
Yeah. So it's for me, it's an extension really of how I practice medicine. It's an extension of me, myself and I, having been a burnout warrior. Um, and it starts with awareness. It really does. And it starts with gifting yourself time to take stock. And that pause is so incredibly powerful. Be it a pause in just, say, if there's lots of overwhelm, emotional health, physical health, you can't separate them. It's all intertwined. One's off kilter, the other will follow. And it's learning how to decipher within your body, within your mind, what's going on. But to get to that, you've got to give yourself that time and headspace to actually stop, to pause. And it could be stuff that's really rubbishy, shite stuff going on, or it could be really good stuff going on. But it's finding that balance whereby you are able to take control back and come back to this present moment. And I think that is the crux. That's the nub of my coaching program, to be honest. It's often my clients who I coach are often female female clients in their sort of mid 40s upwards, kind of getting to a stage not far like myself, actually, going through perimenopause perhaps, but you're coming to a stage in your life when, you've been there and done shed loads, you've been party girl. I'm talking about myself now, but you've been party girl and you've done lots of things. You've got a family, you're perhaps pivoting in your career. You could be going through separation. There could be lots of different things. And you are your own person. You're comfortable almost in your own skin. And sometimes you take a step back and go, you know what? No, that's not okay anymore. I am not putting up with this. So it's almost shifting people from frazzle to finding their fizz and
Mhm.
flourishing again. And that's my tagline: find your
And I
fizz
and
and
and I want
flourish.
Russ to pick this up too because, we talk about being intentional, and this is what I'm hearing from you is about being intentional. And Russ, you're the master of sharing about this, and I know you've been able to speak recently with some groups. Um, let's kind of pursue that.
Well, intentionality is obviously very, very important, especially when you're going through things. So being focused and intentional is so important because especially if you're lacking a certain amount of energy and gusto like I normally have, you even need to be more intentional about what you're doing. And, the whole holistic health thing is really important to me because I have tried to really embody that through this cancer journey and everything. So it is really important. And people like my little sis, Dr. Nupi, and Joan Williams and Karen Pascal, who have been amazing, who I just spoke on their summit that was in New York this week after seeing them live in New York a couple weeks ago. And they're just amazing people. But, being intentional about all that you do, even when I went to New York recently to speak at the Perspectives on Cancer conference, I had to be super intentional about who I saw, about the time I spent, and about where I use my energy. And so I
Yes.
think let's talk about that, Nupi. Intentionality when it
Yeah.
comes to energy is so important because we waste a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point. And I'm so glad you said that because it is about protecting your own energy. It is protecting, well, it's being aware. What are my boundaries actually? Where am I spending my time? And also, your time it's what I read an article you had written actually, Russ, about time is the most precious commodity you have.
Yeah.
And it's hi, Michael. It is, and only you can govern that. You can freeze time. You can, superpower yourself and like literally freeze time. That's the pause. That's giving yourself that time to stop, reflect. But only you can do that. Only self can do that. And it's crucial because, like you said, Russ, physically you're going through what you're going through. You're going to be more exhausted if you keep expending energy without topping yourself up. You're not gonna do your body any favors. And mindset again here is so crucial.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah.
so
Well,
it's, and
I've been,
you embody that really. You are the positivity mindset coach, really, aren't you? And it's not toxic positivity here I'm talking about.
no.
It's
Yeah.
not everything's great, everything's unicorns and glitter, and it can be, but it's more seeing that silver lining. It's seeing a flip side. What else could this show me? How could I navigate through this without losing my sense of self?
Right.
And again, it boils down to awareness in that's huge.
I think what's so important there
Yeah,
too, my really what I'm focusing on right now, Scott, and I'm going to send it back to you, is the power of perspective and all that you're doing. So when you talk about the intentionality and focus and utilizing, your God-given talents and energy that you have in a way that's the most effective, no matter where you are in life, I think that you need to always be looking at what is your perspective on life? How are
Yeah.
you shaping and framing things, right, Scott?
yeah, I think it's important that we take practical steps.
Yeah.
Right. So we see these platitudes, these bumper sticker type phrases, let go and let God, which is fine until you're facing a cancer diagnosis, until
Yeah.
you lose a loved one.
Yeah.
So, Nupi, I would like for you to talk to us about some specific practical things that people watching today or in replay can when the video is over, they can actually go and take some practical steps to make a difference in their life and to be intentional.
Love it. And I am going to swear my head off because that's just exactly it. The first three things, even in my patient consultations, if nothing else, I always guide through my fuck off, focus, breathe, and flip. And that is actionable in the here and the now. Because the the F off. It's not just going, oh yeah, sack this problem. Oh no, it's too much. Fuck it off. No, this is about using swearing as a defib to stop the lizard brain going into hyperdrive, literally. And because it's a chronic trauma response, all of a sudden your body is responding to the adrenaline, to those stress chemicals that are flooding your system when you're either out of sync physically, emotionally. It's an automatic response. Being aware of that is key. Paying attention where you're feeling this is key. Paying attention to the words that you tell yourself, the stories you're believing is key. But actually, to stop the whole process, recognizing, say, for example, oh my gosh, this is happening, this, I don't know what I'm going to do, this, brrr, bam, all of a sudden meltdown. Buck it off. Straight focus and breathe. Focus on your breath. Bring it down with your own breathing. It is so incredibly powerful. You can freeze time, literally. And it's box breathing that I go through. And we can do it now. It's a deep breath in through the nose. Pause. Breathe out through the mouth for longer. Pause. Breathe in through the nose. Pause. Breathe out through the mouth. And all of a sudden, you do that 4 cycles. You go around the corners of a box. I add some magic with that. I, put visualization with it. Pure white light, healing, transforming. All of this helps to ground and to center. And all of a sudden, 20 seconds later, a minute, if that, it feels like you've bought yourself about 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, that high alert react mode has gone to respond. You can function better. Your perspective widens again. Otherwise, when you are in high alert, oh my God, you're tunnel visioned. You can't see anything but it's rabbit stuck in headlights. And that is so powerful.
This is so interesting because being a physician, you understand the physiology of how things work.
Yeah.
And, taking those breaths, going through the box breathing process like this is not just a woo-woo kind of a thing. Oh, just breathe and you'll feel good.
No.
There's a lot of research that says that doing crossword puzzles isn't going to improve your brain. But exercise will. And the reason is it improves your circulation. It improves getting the oxygen from your lungs into your brain. And that process that you just described is doing that. It's getting rid of that carbon dioxide, which doesn't help you.
No.
Replacing it with the oxygen, which does help you, and get to your brain. And so when you say just taking that 20 seconds will add 20 minutes, isn't just a going back to the platitude, right? It's not just a bumper sticker type phrase. There's science behind that, right?
Yes. And it actually does dampen down that whole automatic what's going on. We're not faced with bears in this big wide world anymore. We're not faced with the threat that cavemen, as we were, used to be. But the threats and the subconscious things that can trigger us, the trauma, it's a trauma response and it's stress related. These are the leading causes of physical health problems. There's a correlation, adverse childhood experiences linked with so many outcomes as an adult, cardiovascular health, depression, mental health issues, addiction cycles. All of these things are interlinked. And once you understand your body, your mind, that connection, you can become at ease with yourself. And what is disease? It's when you're in discord with your mind, body, soul. That's how I share when I'm doing. I mean, I'm a GP. I'm a family physician. I'm conventionally trained, and there is a role for that. But if you miss this section out and never really combine it, well, you're missing half a trick, really. It's getting to the root cause, not just sticky surface, let's stick a plaster on medicine. That's my passion. And it's enabling other people to understand, oh my gosh, I can do this for myself. The number of times when I'm on telephone calls as I do triage and I do urgent care, I don't see people. I see dead people. No, I don't. I don't see people face to face. I'm on the phone. It's equally as powerful because I'm connecting. I'm tuning into that need at that moment in time.
Right.
And the number of times I've started a consultation, high anxiety, high alert. Number one, your breath work goes to pot. You might not even recognize it. When you're in that state, you don't breathe properly. Your body's preparing you to beat that bear that's attacking you, perception, and you're getting ready, or you're freezing, or you're fawning. These are all the responses your body goes through, and each one can be different depending on you, your personality, your upbringing, your experiences, all of which are unique to you. So this is not one size fits all.
Right.
But
let me jump in right there, Nupi.
Incredible. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I want to kick it back to you.
Yeah.
I want to tell you though, this is what I love is because the show is winding up. So I want you to end with this thought. I want you to end with this thought and then tell everybody how they get in touch with you. But the thought is, we have way more control over our health than we realize through our mindset and perspective that I talk about all the time. My doctors have told me, and I know you agree, the number one thing going for me after God is my positive mindset and perspective. Number two, the ability, you just were talking about exercising, taking good care of ourselves, eating right, exercising right. Those things alone make a gigantic impact on our overall health, and we have control over that, right?
Yeah. Baseline needs. It's your physical health. Food, fluids, fresh air. It's all on my F list. But crucially, it's
I've heard of that somewhere.
It's also honoring you. You absolutely deserve to live life fully and with a full heart, to be joyful, to follow your passions, to follow your dreams. And it's honoring that side as well, because if you're stuck doing things that, oh God, this brings me down, recognize it, take a step back, give yourself that pause time. And little bit by little bit, tiny baby beetle steps, you can literally create that life that you actually deserve. And that's what I share in the coaching program. It's being you with bells on, because you deserve nothing less. Why settle? And it's bringing people beyond that mindset of, well, I guess this is okay. No, I do not accept okay. There's more. And it's having the courage to face what perhaps needs facing, transmuting it, making it work for you. Yeah.
No, I totally agree with that, Scott.
Wow, I feel very wise. I feel very...
Oh, how are people getting in touch with you? We forgot about that, Nupi. How do they get more wisdom?
How do people work with you?
Well, you can. I'm not on LinkedIn as much, and it's so gorgeous to be on. Seriously, I've really missed this side of me, my creative side, this bit. I do get to do it with my patients. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting. How you get hold of me is via LinkedIn. You can direct message me or email me, which is all at the Glitter Practitioner at gmail.com. You can find me on LinkedIn. I've taken a pause from live with the Glitter Practitioner for now, just for a little time. But yeah, that's soon soonish to be happening. You can also find me on Instagram and YouTube, all under the Glitter Practitioner. I can't speak. The Glitter Practitioner. And genuinely, I'm not just saying this. You get hold of Russ, and he gets hold of me.
There you go. Yep.
Thought we had longer. I can't believe how fast this went.
I know. Well, it's a good
I
thing
thought
that
we
we have tomorrow night on Russ Reels Live.
That's true.
Dr. Nupi, Joan, and Karen, and
Oh, I
one
can't
of my
wait.
friends here from Oregon, Megan, who's in holistic health, will be
Mm.
on. So that'll be an exciting show. Everybody tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for Russ Reels Live. You can see Nupi again. There you go. And you can see her giggle some more. So
So if you
Scott,
want to, and if
It's
you want
like
to stretch
double
this,
whammy. Double whammy. Sorry, Scott.
if you
Go
want
on.
to stretch this time out, just do a little box breathing for 20 seconds, and you'll feel like you have another 20
Yes.
minutes in your life. So
Yes.
do
Yes.
that.
You can. You
Dr.
must.
Nupi
And
Arora,
that's
how much fun it is to hang out with you. Thank you for bringing your
oh,
energy, for bringing the glitter, and thank you to all those folks who are commenting. And it's
I've
just
just
good.
got
This is
started.
one of
I
those
want
things we
more.
love.
I need more. Sorry to talk over you. I'm too excited now.
We love
I've
you.
not done this for so long. You can tell.
we're used to it.
I'm
It's
like,
okay. Well, we had such you should have seen the three of us walking down the Willamette
that was
River here in Oregon
gorgeous.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think there was any breaths in there the whole time. So
Oh,
anyway, well, listen, so great to have you, Nupi. You're a
thank you so
blessing.
much. Thank you for
And
having me.
we're going to send you to the green room. Hang tight for just a second, but thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You know, we do need to surround ourselves with the folks that won't let us fail. And I was
Right.
working with a consultant many years ago, Mike Deming. And, he said, Scott, if you go to lunch with somebody and you come back and you feel worse than before you left, never go to lunch with that person ever again. But he says, if you go to lunch with someone and you come back and you're all charged up and you're ready to take on the world, he said, next time, buy that person lunch. And we need to get people in our life. And if you don't have those people now, find someone, and I'll say, reach out to Dr. Nupi and hire her as your consultant, as that person that makes you feel ready, like you're ready to take on the world. You're
Yeah.
a superhero.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, we are the sum of the people closest to us, says Jim Rohn. So, who are the
Mhm.
5 people closest to you in your life?
Mhm.
What are they speaking into your life? Because people either lift you up or tear you down. And if you're constantly being torn down, no matter how strong you are, that is not going to be good for you. So you need to think about who you're hanging out with. And so,
Absolutely. We
yeah,
need those people. We need the ones who when you come to decision points in your life, and these can be big and small, you need to have those trusted advisors that you can turn to and you can be honest with, and they'll
yeah,
be honest with you and tell you back, whether based on their experience working with you and spending time with you and being your friend, being your advisor, whether it's a good decision or not.
yeah,
And we all need that in our lives.
yep,
And we often say that isolation is the killer. And too often I see this that people are living their life surrounded with people, yet being isolated. So find your
yep.
ways to deeply connect with people.
Exactly. And I couldn't agree more. And, the thing is, you need to, again, be intentional. We talked about intentionality in all that you do, who you hang out with. So if you're hanging out with people like my little sis, Dr. Nupi,
Mhm.
good move for you. If you're hanging out with CJ, Dr. Constance Leland, who's in our comments, good for
Your
you. If
best
you're hanging out
cheerleader.
with, yeah,
Thank you.
Michael Holt, our amazing friend who's in the comments. I'm telling you, in the comments alone is a great place to hang out with
Mhm.
amazing, amazing people, because you never know who is going to be there. Mr. Tim Sohn, who is there, the super amazing Royce Blake, some
Mhm.
amazing, amazing people. I'm bringing these people up. Forgive me if I missed any of you, because I have to stop the show, but I'm telling you, it is important to find good community
Mhm.
and really connect with them. And so today I want to encourage you to do that. Don't forget that we're here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. That's right. After we go live at 7 a.m., this becomes a video podcast on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. If you don't have time to watch, it then converts to audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. And I'm just so thankful that you're all with us today. And next week, we'll be here again, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Russ Reels live at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, where you will see Dr. Nupi again. So it's been such a great time. And Nupi's busy saying hi to everybody. Oh, Liz Lawless made it in today. Hi, Liz, another great, amazing person to hang out with. So anyway, until we meet you guys again, have an amazing, amazing week. And we'll see you soon. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.